Hello everybody, it's Lynne Fahey from Stampin' with Lynne Fahey, and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in the UK, and I actually live in Buckinghamshire. So yes, if you're local to me, or even if you're not local to me and you would like to purchase from me, I would absolutely love it, especially in this climate at the moment. I know crafting tends to keep everybody sane. Good morning, Carol Wincott. How are you? Morning. Yeah, thank you for joining me. Morning, Jane. You made it. Yeah, I was just saying that the retiring list has come out, and I've literally spent this morning going through marking my current catalogue with all the things that are retiring, and I've put bright pink highlighter with an R for retiring on everything that's going, and some of them I've not even used before, some of them I've used and well used, and this one I'm using today has been well used. So this one we're using today is actually retiring. All of the items except for the inks, all the items, the embossing folder and the stamp set are all retiring, which is a real shame. So I just wanted to make some quick and simple cards, because you know me, I'm a bit of a speedy crafter. Speedy Gonzales they call me. So where somebody might make one card, I'll make 20 cards in that same time. I do like a bit of a conveyor belt going on. So yeah, I've really enjoyed doing these Facebook Lives. I hope you've enjoyed watching them, and I really want to thank you for everybody who has joined in, whether it be live or whether it be on the recordings. Oh, excuse me, just had a quick cup of tea, and so grab yourself a cuppa, and yeah, I've got 3 lovely people joining me, so I'll probably get started, because I know it's a Monday morning. Most people, well, I've got 2 people joining me, so somebody's obviously decided, nah, she's not for me. I won't hold it against you, don't worry. But I'm sure more people are joining along the way. So, okay, let me flip you round and let's get started. Oh, just wondering if yeah, there we go. Brilliant. Okay, so it's not bright and sunny here today, so we should be okay. If it is bright and sunny, then we'll just go from there. Right, there we go. Good morning, Carol Matanda, my lovely neighbour. And Rachel, good morning. So as I was just saying, the cards that we're going to do, the card that we're going to do today is all the retiring stuff. And well, not all the retiring stuff, but it is, good morning, it's stuff that is retiring, and the stamp set is Love What You Do. It's on page 143 of the annual catalogue, and it's £20. Morning, Baz, thanks for joining me this lovely Monday. Good to see you all. So this is retiring, so I've put a little R on my stamp set. It's absolutely beautiful. I love the sentiments. I love that I'm lucky to have a friend like you. Love what you do. Thank you. It's a beautiful day. You might look at it and think, I don't fancy colouring those flowers in. I don't really know what the background is. It's a bit too dark for me. I like the sentiments, but I don't really like much else. So what I've done is I've looked at the annual catalogue. If I bring it up closer, I'm going to case this this card, because at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong. Oh, really? Were you using that set this oh, you're using it at the moment, Baz. Oh, wonderful. Well, you see, that's why we're Stampin' Sisters, because we're on the same wavelength. So yeah, I'm going to actually case this card, which is Copy and Share Everything. That's what the initials stand for. There is absolutely nothing wrong in casing the catalogue. Their concept designers have done it so that it's simple for us. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing this morning. So without further ado, let me get my card base. So as normal, I'm a very visual person. So let me bring that down a bit. So I've already done this to show you. It's 14.9 this way, 21 centimetres this way, and then you score in at 10.5 centimetres. I can help you, Rachel, if you want to send me a private message. I can send you a catalogue out. The new catalogue comes live on the 2nd of June. But yes, I'm more than happy to send you a catalogue. If you PM me your details, I'll pop that in the post to you. So more than happy to help. Yes, so that's the card base. So I've done the dimensions so that you know, people can see them. But it's a standard card base that the UK tend to use. So I've got one prepared already. So again, I'll fold that in half. I will burnish the crease so that it stands up. Okay, and then what I've done is I've also, let me grab my bits and pieces. I've got a layer that is 12.5 centimetres by 8.5 centimetres. Now normally you'd put it on like this, but with the sample on the catalogue, they've got it slightly at an angle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run that through, now where's my embossing folder? Yeah. So I'm going to put that through the basket weave embossing folder that is also retiring, and that's on page 198 of the annual catalogue, 825. So you would put your layer of 12.5 by 8.5 in there. Now I am actually going to show you the big shot. I'll bring it in, and I've not done this before because normally I find that people find it a little bit boring. So I've put that in, I've put it on tab 1, I've got my embossing folder with my cardstock in, and I've put the layer over the top. This is very hard to do over a camera. Roll it through the big shot. Oh no, I've put the wrong layer on, so that's it. See, even we make mistakes. So you didn't need both plates because the embossing plate is thicker anyway. Yeah, the embossing folder's retiring. I'm trying to use everything to show you that if you're actually interested in it, you better get it now. So let's put that away because we don't need that anymore. So when we open it up, that's the emboss side, that's the deboss side. So, you know, you can use whichever side you want, but it's such a lovely deep embossing folder that I should be sad to see this one go. So let's put that to one side as well. So I'll move that one out of the way. So we can actually stick that down now. Let me bring you in a little bit closer. And I'm going to use my, because it's a texture, I'm going to use my Tombow glue, which is a liquid glue. And then it will adhere. We'll put quite a bit on so that it adheres. Turn it over, put it at a slight angle, and then hold it down a little bit. And then that will stick. So that's lovely. We're not going to see all of that because the next layer that we're going to do is, let me just find it. Nope, here it is. So the next layer, morning Kate, thanks for joining. So the next layer is in Whisper White, 11.5 centimetres by 7.5 centimetres, and we're going to have that layered at an angle. So we're not going to attach that to it yet because what we're going to do is we're going to put this card base to one side for the moment, and we're going to start stamping on this one. So the inks that I'm using for the background is Pool Party. Now I did find when I tried this out a little while ago that if you use this background stamp, which doesn't look an awful lot on the stamp set, it looks really, well, what am I going to use with that? If you ink it up, but then you stamp off once, I think I've mentioned about second generation. So the first lot is first generation. We want a lighter colour. So I'm actually going to push on there, and we don't worry about that bit there being lighter because we're going to cover it over with a sentiment. So I'm just making sure that it all, there we go. It's almost like an upside down heart, isn't it? Look at that. I like that. So there's a heart in that stamp there whenever anybody gets this one. So that's the Pool Party and that's the background. Okay, so let me pull you in a little bit closer. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to stamp in Old Olive, which is this one, the Poppy set. So we're going to ink it up, tap, 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 just gently, and we're going to lay it over here. Now I've inked it in green because the stems are going to be the green, but we're going to cut out some poppies. See, that's on there like that. So I'll clean it off with my chamois because that's great. So that's now clean for me to use for the next colour. Oh, actually, before I do anything else, I'm going to carry on colouring in with this fern. I'm going to carry on the green. Okay, so I'm going to put a bit over here so it sticks up. But we're going to put some extra layers over the top of this, so it doesn't matter that we're actually going over the flowers, because you won't see that. This will all be in the background. So I'm going to do that, and I'm just changing the direction of the stamp every time. So I've got 4, so really I suppose in floristry ways I should have an extra one, shouldn't I, with it being 5 odd numbers, aren't they? There we go. Right, so that's my green done. I'm now going to, with the little flowers, I'm going to stamp the same colour over here, just randomly. Again, we're not going to see everything of this because it's going to be covered up, so I'm just going to do that like that. Okay, so that's my pool party. So I've done all of the background stamping. What I'm now going to do is on a scrap piece of card. Now, I did actually practice earlier, and as you can see, I had a bit of fun. I'm actually thinking, instead of colouring them in, I'm using this splodge, which is a very technical term for it. Is everybody still there? Is everybody still enjoying it? Give me a thumbs up if you are. It's gone very quiet from you all. I hope I'm not talking to myself, which I do a lot anyway. I can quite happily hold a conversation with myself. So, yeah, no thumbs up. Oh, yeah, lovely. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Baz. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, Rachel, you're still with me. Thank you very much. I'm now using Poppy Parade. That's what I'm going to use for these poppies, funnily enough. So what I've done is I'm going to take another bit of card so I can show you what I found. If you very gently tap, tap, tap on here. Good morning, Ruth, my lovely. How are you? Happy birthday. I think it's today, or was it yesterday? I'm either late or I'm on time. So lovely to see you, my sweet. So I'm actually going to stamp these poppies on here. I'm going to do another one that's slightly lighter. But this is what I was doing where I thought, I'm not sure. This was earlier. And what I did was I put it over here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether I like it that way or not, but let's stamp it off. I'm trying not to cover the whole flower, so there's a little bit of different definition, if you're following me. So I'm stamping off so that I've got different textures of the ink. Just joined. Yeah, I saw you boing on. Oh, it's today. I am right. So happy birthday, my lovely Ruth. I hope you have a nice birthday, even though you're in lockdown. So I'm thinking of you, sending lots of love. Okay, so can you see what I'm doing here? There's still, you can still see some whites. And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut them out. So I'm going to sit down for this because the camera's quite close. Do a bit of fussy cutting. Just make sure I'm still in shot because I can't see what I'm doing. Here we go. There we go. So we're cutting these out very, very roughly. So I'm just going to do this bit to cut that one off. Okay, I'm just going to do that. And then I can hold the little bits of paper much easier. Let's have a little look. There we go. Let's put that out the way. Okay, get the ink off my desk. So, hope you can all see this. I'm just very roughly cutting around that first stamped image. Okay. You don't have to be an artist to use this stamp set because the inks and the stamps are already doing it for you. So that's one. Let's move that out. And let's get this one. Morning, Jenny. I watched you earlier. Lovely, but it got a bit interrupted, so I didn't catch the last bit. But they were beautiful cards. Beautiful cards. Today we're using the Love What You Do stamp set, which is also retiring from Stampin' Up, and the basket weave embossing folder to make a card for lots of people that I will end up, if I've got your address, I will send out in the post some happy mail. So that's 2. And then the last one is this one. And let's see how they look when they're actually on the card. Okay, nearly there. Again, I'm not being too precise, but this stamp set is fairly simple. Okay, so I'll bring you back up a little bit and I'll bring my background in. Okay, so I'll stand back up again so you can see me. Pull that out the way. Okay, so that one would go on there and that one would go down here and this one would go here. So with my dimensionals, which are foam adhesive pads that Stampin' Up, I know the basket weave, I was gutted when I saw that was going, Ruth. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I just thought I would use the things that were retiring to make sure that people could see. And if they like it, then they can use them and get them before they all go. So I'm raising it up, which is why I wasn't worried about not being able to see, being able to see that all of that was over the top of it. So, oh, you've come back on again, Jenny. You must have boinged off. So I'm putting the adhesive pad on the back, peeling the sticker off, putting that over the top, and then my last poppy, again, putting the adhesive on the back. Now, if it was too big, I could cut it down, but that's perfect size. So, okay. Ruth, I don't have your address. I wonder if you could PM me it. That would be lovely to send you a card, even though it's a bit late. So, that's the background bit there. Okay. So, we can then put this on here like this. But the next bit, on the actual card, they had a scalloped edge of poppy red. Now I don't have that, so I'm going to ask you, do you think, good morning Lexi, do you think it would look better with the plain poppy parade as a separate bit there like that, or do you think I should use the basket weave? So if you give me a thumbs up for the plain and a heart for the basket weave to go behind that front page, what would you prefer? Thumbs up or hearts? I'll leave it up to you. Tell me and we'll go with the majority. So thumbs up, I'm seeing blue thumbs for the plain. I'm not seeing any hearts for the basket weave. Okay, then, oh, and Rachel's saying red basket weave. I'm seeing all blue thumbs. I'm not seeing, oh, I've seen a few hearts. But I would say the majority of people are going for the thumbs up for the plain. So that's what I'm going to do. But I will do another version and we'll see how that one turns out. So I don't need all of this. Don't need that much. So with my little stamping trimmer that I got with if you join, you could, I think if it's still available, you can get the little guillotine, the Stampin' Up guillotine. So I'm going to take that bit out. I'm going to only use one bit of that. I'm going to put some glue on the back of this bit and just make sure it's the right edge that I want. I'm just going to put some glue there and then lay that down. Just wondering, I think it will be perfect with that amount. Let's pull that over a little bit. I think it's a bit wonky, but I should still have a bit, yeah, still got a bit of wiggle room. There we go. So make sure that's all pushed down. Come back to my card. I'm just wondering, no, I think I'm going to stick it on with my liquid glue, because otherwise it's going to be too bulky. Now, because I've put quite a lot more glue on than I would normally do, because it's going on to something that's not flat. So let's do that. So it's coming along, and we haven't had to get any pens out to colour in or anything. We've just used that technical term blobby stamp. There is a smaller blob as well here, so you could do that as well. So we're getting there. We are getting there. So the next thing I want to do, oh, sorry, knocking you, getting a bit carried away, is the sentiment. So they've done the sentiment on this card in Old Olive, but I'm going to do one in Old Olive and I'm going to do one in Crumb Cake and see which one we prefer. I'll give you the option. So let me get, I think I had some, oh, knocking everything today. Let me get some Old Olive. And then I can cut some of that up. Lovely. I'm just going to do a little bit of cutting of the Old Olive. Okay, this is the big Stampin' trimmer, which I absolutely adore. It's so sturdy, it's so... It cuts beautifully, and the scorer is even more deep. So that's really lovely. Okay, so let's have a little look. We've got both of those. I'll leave those to one side for the moment. Right, okay. Now, I'm going to use the Thank You like they have. And I'm just wondering what ink to do it. I think I might do it in my Memento. So let me open up my Memento. And again, I'm tapping, making sure that I've got the ink on it all. So let's do it a little bit more. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. And then hold it down onto the cardstock so that the ink can go into it. Lovely. I'm going to do the same thing with the Old Olive. And then you can see which one you prefer. Okay, so let me get my scissors. I'm just going to snip in and do a fishtail. So I'm going into the middle. I'm going from one corner to the tip of that cut, from the other corner to the tip of that cut, and you get a fishtail. That's what they call that. And I'm going to do exactly the same for this one. So I'm going to go there, I'm going to go there, I'm going to go there. So there's the two. So let's have a little look and see which one we like. So that's the Old Olive. So I'll obviously be cutting this down. Where have they put theirs? Yeah, they've cut theirs to there. So let's get my little trimmer again and cut them down. This is what you call stamping on the hop. I haven't planned any of this bit, so I just thought I would let you ladies and gents, if there's any gents joining, to decide. So I've just chopped those bits off. Okay, so thumbs up for the Old Olive. So one of them. Okay, I'll leave that there for a minute. Or heart, the heart for the crumb cake. What do you prefer? I'm seeing lots of hearts. Do you prefer the Old Olive, thumbs up, or the heart for the crumb cake? I prefer the crumb cake, so I'm seeing lots and lots of hearts. So thank you very much for that. I think we all agree. I am going to do one with the Old Olive as well afterwards, and when I finish this post, then I'll post both of them. So I'm just going to put dimensionals on the back of there. And what they've done in the actual catalogue is they've used, let me just go over here, they've used some linen thread, and mine's a very old one because it's still in the old packaging. It's not even in the green packaging. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap some around my hands, just loosely, if I can stop it from catching on the cardboard. Oh, cut it. Okay. Then I'm going to lay it on the card. I'm going to tuck those little ends in there. Whoops, do that. And then I'm going to lay this over the top. And then, there we are. So, that is my take on the catalogue. Copy there. So what do you think? Do you like it? I'm really pleased with it. Yeah. What I might do is I might do another one with, oh, thank you for the love, everybody. I'm going to use another piece of crumb cake, which I have just put to one side. Here we go. So let's put that there. Move that out the way. I am going to actually stamp. So let me just cut this, because sometimes it's the sentiment. Oh, good morning, Mariana. How are you? So there we go. Let's do that. Because what I want to do is I want to see, there's another sentiment here as well, which says, I'm lucky to have a friend like you. So you never know, in the post, if I've got your address, you could be getting this in the post. So let's do this. So let's stamp that one on here, as you can see. Beautiful. I'm going to do the same thing, do a fishtail. So go into the middle, edge to the middle, edge to the middle. And then what you could do is you could cut it down. So let's do that. I do most things by eye, as anybody who crafts with me will know. I am a perfectionist, but I also do things by eye and think somebody's still going to love it. So let's take this bit off. There, so I hope you can see all of that. You see, you could put... Yeah, I'm lucky to have a friend like you, Baz. So you see, you can have lucky to have a friend like you, or you could have a simple thank you. We could even add some rhinestones. I'm just having a little look. Let's get some basic rhinestones from Stampin' Up. And these are self-adhesive, so they come in several different sizes. So I'm just going to lift them up with the back of my snips. Where am I going to put one? I'm going to put one on the edge there. I'm going to turn that over, put one there, and take the third one, I think. There we go, pop it on there. So that is my very quick and simple card using a retired, well, soon be to retired, Love What You Do, and the basket weave, which is also retiring. And that's just something very simple that I've copied from the catalogue. So let me flip you round and I'll finish off my Facebook live video. So there we go. So something very quick and simple. If I haven't got your address, please message me and I'll see if I can get something in the post. Yeah, I'm on holiday today, which is why I'm doing a Facebook Live, and I'm on holiday tomorrow again. So who knows, I could do another one tomorrow. If not, I'll probably do one on either Friday, early Friday, well, something like 4 or 5 on Friday or Saturday, but I'll put it up on my post. So I hope you give it a go, and I'd love to see what you've done. So please share them in the comments below. Oh, I am going to enjoy my day off, Baz. Yeah, and I'll post. I'm going to actually start blogging again, because I've done this. I think this is my 5th Facebook Live now, which I never thought I'd be doing, but thanks to lockdown I am. And I'm going to start blogging, and then I'm going to attach the Facebook Live videos to it so that people can see it. If you've got any thoughts and you want me to show anything, I'd happily share tips and tricks that perhaps I know that you don't. So yeah. Oh, well, Baz, you do the same one later and show me what you've done in the comments. I would really love that. So once again, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for joining me. Please stay safe. Keep crafting. And I'll put a link to the retiring list and my online shop. And yes, if you can message me your details, Rachel, then I will get in contact with you and send you a catalogue out. And anybody else who's after a catalogue, please just message me. I'll get them done. But thank you so much. Take care. Bye. Lots of love. Bye.